You know what's the biggest mistake I made when I became an entrepreneur? Is that I didn't think about the power of the internet. I really just kind of lived under a rock. I was reading all these books about digital marketing and like how to create social media content. I was reading and studying it, but I wasn't doing enough. And I wasn't sharing my story enough. I was not putting myself out on YouTube. I still have not managed to do that in a consistent manner. And I was just like playing around with all these tools, but I wasn't all the way out there. So that's my suggestion to you if you are an entrepreneur or if you're just someone who wants to make it big in any certain field. The internet is where it's at. Like you run a bake shop, the internet is where it's at. You run a Chinese restaurant, the internet is where it's at. You run a career coaching business, the internet is where it's at. You're a real estate investor, real estate content, create coaching, the internet is where it's at. The internet is today's modern economy. And if you're not integrating that into your business and leveraging the sales and marketing power that comes with the internet, you are just going to leave a lot of money on the table. You're just going to be working a lot harder because there are people that are working a lot less and making more money because they have the power of scale through the internet. And if you're in the business of psychology, you're a therapist, the internet is where it's at. That's how you're going to get clients. And that's what I started doing with my recruitment business. So when I started my recruitment business, I didn't make the same mistake I made in 2016 when I just became an entrepreneur. I started actually creating social media content around my niche area of expertise. And like I said, I wish I did real estate content even earlier because I was a real estate investor when I was 25 years old back in freaking 2014 and I never talked about it. Same with recruitment. I never talked about it. So many of my best years, my best achievements, nobody even knows about because I made zero content around it. And because I didn't tell people about it, nobody knows about me. Right? And so if you are an entrepreneur, you cannot fall into the same mistake I did and be a little shamed, like, oh, I don't want my friends and colleagues knowing about my business. Actually, you do. That is how you blow up. That is how you get rich, right? So if you want to get rich, you can't do it alone. You need the power of the internet.